All right, this is a new sort of wave of content. A lot of people are talking about this. Very few will cover this though, and this is the Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly ask each other 40 questions, which is part of the couple quiz gimmick show that they have on GQ, which is a sort of magazine for like teenage girls, I suppose. And this is what every 15-year-old girl talks about apparently. I'm covering this because of tangential. It's really an inside reference that you wouldn't really get, and I've watched this and it's very painful, and I want to share my cringe with you guys real quick. So let's go ahead and start playing it.
I'll tell you where we first met.
When did we first meet?
At a GQ party.
Fox, I'll actually tell that story.
Right, you said to me,
You smell like weed.
and I said, I am weed.
And then you vanished. Hi, I'm Megan Fox.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, so I'm gonna break this down because like if you're 15, maybe 13, have Down syndrome, like this is cool, right? So they say we first met in a party where you said you smoke like weed. I am weed. What? And then don't get me started on the aesthetic of these two. Okay, so MGK, known as a C-list rapper, before he got his ass killed by Eminem, he then got murdered on rap, went ahead in 2020 and became a pop rocker, and is probably debatably top 5 in the pop rock. He's probably one of the top 5 up and coming people in the pop rock genre. Damn, I cannot pronounce that. And that genre in general is dying, but he is becoming one of the new guys in there. And he's in a weird stage because typically if you're going to be a new pop rock guy, you'd be like 18, 20 years old, but now this guy's 31, coming onto the scene, kind of weird. And let me see what else. Now, when we're talking about the aesthetic here, we have Machine Gun with like a really weird outfit. I don't know what those look like. Rhinestones. It looks kind of gay to me. The earrings gay, and he also looks like he's definitely on drugs. His hair looks like shit. Ellen DeGeneres hair, basically. He has boots with like the lefts on, which is bizarre because the guy's 6'4" already. So I don't know why he needs to add to his height. Then we look at Megan Fox, who so MGK is like 31. She's 34, I think. So he's scoring an older lady, which is a bad thing. But that, keep in mind, it is still Megan Fox, and she's still hot. But obviously not as much as she was before. So she's like a Cadillac Escalade with 180,000 miles on it. So still a good car. Not as good as it used to be, but it's still, it's like a 2005 like Cadillac. I'll take it if it's for free, right? But high maintenance, so high maintenance. Megan Fox, even in her mid-30s, must be a bitch to deal with. And we'll see how hollow her personality is. I mean, just imagine, you're a very pretty famous girl. Oh, you're such a profound person. I really doubt it. And her outfit, I guess, is a lot more normal compared to his. Obviously, she's a slut, but I mean, this is Hollywood, so this is pretty normal.
Hi, I'm Hassan Piker.
Is that your real name? And this is the GQ couple quiz. Okay. How many tattoos do I have? Name them out while it's best to go by.
Your ankle, back of your neck, the Nietzsche, you have it back, you got bars, you got my nickname, and then the one I just gave you, and then the one right below the one I gave you, which is the yin yang.
8 tattoos.
That one doesn't count. No, that doesn't count. My other ribcage is also tattooed.
That's what I said.
You only said Nietzsche in my back.
We'll count the other ribcage too. That's 9, right?
The bonus, if you want to redeem yourself, is what does my back tattoo say? The one on my
Butterflies
shoulder.
have gilded.
Close. You're in the vicinity. That's not correct. But do you know what it's from?
Oscar Wilde.
No. It's Shakespeare. Go for the butterflies. Go for it. I know you can do it.
Butterflies.
No. There's a butterfly in there, but that's not nonsense. We will all
laugh at the butterflies with gilded wings.
So close.
God
We will all
damn
laugh
it.
at gilded butterflies. It's from King Lear by Shakespeare.
Okay,
What does the
that
Nietzsche quote on my rib say?
We are doing AP literature class right now. That is for sure not
Okay. You get, because you were close on the number, I'll give you one.
Wow. She has a obscure Shakespeare quote on her body. Okay? And it's something like, at this point, well, if you're going to be a pretty girl, then at least don't get tattoos. And if you're going to get tattoos, then get good ones. People are really talking about, I'm going to get a tattoo of something about a gilded butterfly. Like, what a faggoty thing to do. And, she is a girl, but still, that's pretty stupid.
1/2 of a point for that, but that was rough. What's something on my bucket list?
Be abducted by a UFO.
I'll give you 2 points for that. 2 points. What was my first acting role?
Oh, Mary-Kate and Ashley. The soap opera that you won't let me watch.
If I swear to God, if you play clips from that.
Play clips!
Correct. I'll give you a point for that. Okay. What is my biggest pet peeve?
When I eat and I'm talking to you in your ear.
I don't think it has to be related to you specifically, like just what's my biggest
Yeah,
pet peeve.
but
The sound of chewing.
the sound of chewing.
Yeah, there's a name for that. I have that. What was my favorite movie as a kid?
It's really hard to decipher when we still watch kid movies all the time. Hook, You Stand By.
Okay, I'll give you a point for that. What's my favorite movie now? And if you don't know this, I'm going to be very upset at you. What's my favorite movie now? I can't wait for it to get cold, and I'm going to make
You see how, like, poignant it is that they're like, what's my favorite movie now? What's the first show I was in? And it's like 5 different things that she would consider the first thing she acted in. Oh, but don't bring that one up. Shut the fuck up. Seriously.
No, you don't have to go there. It's like an 8-series piece. We're talking about Harry Potter.
Yes.
Don't think that
But
I'm not
which one
tapped
is
in.
my favorite?
Obviously,
What is that? Rewind the tape. Holy cannoli.
Prisoners of Azkaban. Go there. It's like an 8-series piece. We're talking
Yeah,
about
but which
Harry
one?
Mother Potter.
Yes.
Don't think that.
What is that?
I'm
Which
not
one is
tapped
my
in.
favorite?
Obviously, Prisoners of Azkaban.
Prisoner
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yes, that was the best book too. Okay.
Agreed.
I'll give you 3 points for that.
Okay.
What film am I most proud of? Easy.
Jennifer's Body.
Yeah.
Eating boys left and right.
Where is my
Jennifer's Body is a banger just because she's in it. People might say Coomer. Yeah, shut the fuck up, okay? Megan was very hot in that movie 10 years ago, 12 years ago, actually. 2009, really good. The movie's actually awful, but, I mean, the concept is pretty cool, and she's not even a good actress, but she's attractive, okay? I'm going to be honest.
favorite place to visit?
I mean, any place that was around for thousands of years, any place that has history.
Your answer is nebulous, but I will count it as mostly correct.
The straight up answer would be the forest, a tree.
Okay, fine, the forest.
Period.
Yeah, or anywhere without people or buildings or electricity.
Yeah.
Where did we first meet, and what or when was our first date? Well, what was our first date?
Our first date was epic. Our first I picked you up
That was
in
our
old
first like
school
out of the house
Cadillac.
date, but
And I had roses.
thousands of roses.
Thousands of roses, bedded on a hill, looking over Topanga Canyon, and we ate sushi. We shared a kiss, and our first date we breathed each other. That was what we did. And then our second.
That was gay as fuck. Our first date, we breathed each other. What the hell does that mean? And it's not even proper English, and you're also like, I embedded 1,000 roses on a hill. That's how much you're simping for Megan. Imagine how privileged of a position she must be in for virtue of just being born that way. That she is, this celebrity guy is planting 8,000 roses. You know how much money that would have taken to do? What a pain in the ass. What a waste of time of hard laborers. Like I don't care about poor people. Like, fuck them too. But I mean, like, in general, like, imagine getting Consuelo over here and she's planting roses just for this white cunt to be like, oh my god, that's so cute. Oh my, I'm gonna kiss you just once. Fucking cunt.
What did I want to be when I was a kid?
You want to be an actor since you were 2.
Correct. I'm not keeping track of your points, but you're doing good. What is my hidden talent? No, Buddha, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Okay.
Only PG rated answers.
Okay. God. Well, one, your IQ is, if you were my Jeopardy partner, you would honestly win every single category. You are an almanac and encyclopedia and dictionary all in one.
Okay, so my hidden talent is that I'm not stupid. I appreciate you. That's 5 points.
I love you.
I mean, if he doesn't, there's no way he doesn't know this. What is my astrological sign? Yeah, I mean, I don't even know the answer to this question. How old was I when I started modeling? Let's both guess.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3,
11.
12.
Okay, let's find out.
cares?
What's my favorite way to decompress after a long day?
Do you want to tell them what the doctor said?
We cannot say that on
How do you
camera.
even know what it is?
Because
Okay, look, what the doctor said was.
you are insane. We
He has a piercing.
cannot say that on camera. That's your favorite way for me to decompress after a stressful day. What's my favorite way to decompress after a stressful day?
That would be tea and a foot massage and reading a book and watching a show together.
Probably crying a few tears.
Definitely crying,
Okay.
for sure. She loves a good cry.
Yeah, I guess that's all of those things were correct. That's like an 8 point question. Who is my best friend?
Me?
Beyond you.
Oh, Mindy. Ouch.
Well, you're not allowed to say you.
Oh, are you not?
No.
Clearly your best friend.
Obviously, you're the best
Okay,
friend.
I'm
Who
just
are my
going
other
off
friends?
of nights of you just looking at me repeatedly saying you're my best friend. It's obviously hard to.
But you know. What was my character's name in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? If you don't know that, I can't help you in life if you don't know that. Who was I in Teenage Mutant Ninja
I
Turtles?
got it.
She wears a yellow
I got it.
jacket.
Yeah, my favorite picture of you is the one where you have the ankle weights on. And,
Can we not? 'Cause
Yeah,
we're
no,
gonna
I
show
want them
stupid
to.
picture.
And she's outside working out, and she's like, and she's just working out, and she has like low top dunks on or something. It's the cutest picture I've ever seen in my life, and I send her it often. She hates it for it.
Buddha, you get 0. April O'Neil.
April. Oh.
Okay, you definitely know this one. Adderall in the show New Girl. What was my character's name?
Reagan.
Facts.
You killed that girl. Great job. I love you.
What reference is this?
Buddha, that was very good. You did very well. This is how many you got right. It's a lot. Your turn.
Okay, my love. What's my actual name?
Colson Baker.
What are my nicknames?
MGK, Machine Gun Kelly.
What are
Kells.
your nicknames for me?
Oh, is that what that means? Buddha, Lammy. You haven't gotten that one in a long while. You got to earn that one back. Cookie, Blonde Angel Baby. Am I missing any? You have
These are so cringe.
endless. There's so many. Those are the main ones. Those are the most used.
Okay, yeah, great. That was good.
You know the middle name, Colson?
Can I guess what your middle name will be?
Yeah, guess what my middle name will be when I leave.
Blade.
That's what I want.
Sword, Katana.
No, Blade. Blade is
Chaos.
Blade is what?
Hectic. Violence.
Yeah, I like Blade.
Rebel.
What? Neville, like long
No,
bottom?
like no, but do you remember what house he was in?
Yeah, Gryffindor.
Was he?
What's my shoe size?
Okay, so you used to think it was a 13 and then you thought it was a 12, but we've settled on an 11, but I actually think that's impossible because you are 20 feet tall. Show people your feet. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. His shoes weigh 15 pounds.
We don't know my shoe size. Yeah, how many tattoos do I have?
It's literally impossible to
Don't-
calculate.
well, you know what? It was
because
impossible to calculate a Shakespeare quote.
You've tattooed on top of your tattoos. On top of your tattoos. So
How many
I couldn't
tattoos
say
have I gotten since I've known you? What's my favorite tattoo?
the one I did on you. I tattooed you. The one on your hip with my initials. And then the other one. Probably that one, right?
Yeah, that one hurts my heart. How do I like my coffee?
Mostly black and bitter, but I convinced you to take it with oat milk and a little bit of sugar to sweeten you up in the morning.
You say that every time you offer me sugar. You go, don't you just want a little bit of sugar to sweeten you
Yeah,
up?
it's like Ayurvedic. You need a little bit of a sweet flavor in your body. Instead of putting the bitter in, you're already there. We don't need any more of that.
What's my favorite comic series or comic book? What's my favorite comic book character?
Of all time,
You know this.
Lucifer?
100%.
Yeah.
Followed by Sandman. What's my
Because
favorite
he is
comic?
That is actually a pretty good reference to Lucifer. And by the way, guys, I feel my mind is just growing numb. I feel like a retard covering this, but honestly, I just felt the need to do it. This is just one of the most awful videos I've seen in a while, and it's not even that it is offensive. I just find it so plain. Like, this is what normal people think. And John Doyle can articulate this better than I can sometimes, but it's ultimately something along the lines of, You know, people with an inner monologue think, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And that's exactly what I'm thinking right now. And exactly the point being made about, oh, what's your favorite astrological sign? Like, who the fuck asked and who cares? Honestly. Seriously. You're a Taurus, you're a Cancer, and I think you're a Virgo. Like, shut the fuck. Who cares? Seriously. God.
You are an ice cream man? Or whatever it's called?
I love that one. What was my first ever job?
I don't know how we want to characterize your first job. Weren't you like selling your own
that makes it
CDs
sound
and
like I was a
stuff?
prostitute or something like that.
No.
So-
You were like selling your own CDs and stuff when you were like 13.
What was my first like job
the
that I
airbrush
had a
shop?
W for? No.
There's something before that?
I worked at a grocery store.
Oh, you did tell me that, but I didn't know in the timeline if that fell before or after the
I was
airbrushing.
14, I worked at Dave's Supermarket. Oh, God. What's our favorite show to watch together?
No,
you're going to
don't
butcher this
preface
answer.
it. Don't
you think.
preface it. Oh, it's what I know.
It's what you think.
Oh, it's what I know.
It is what you think.
Okay, I'll just name a few of them.
Okay.
Big Little Lies.
Cap.
The second show is Nine Perfect Strangers.
Uber Cap.
You can't wait to see how that unfolds.
Major
And then you
cap.
also loved, the
I love-
thread line is Nicole Kidman because you also loved The Undoing, and that show was fire, and I dare you to tell me that it wasn't. You could not wait to watch that show. You could not wait. You could not wait. But he always comes home acting like he doesn't want to see it, like I make him watch it. But if I'm like, okay, let's not watch it, let's do something else, then he like finds ways to circle back and make sure that I end up putting it on because he can't stand to not know
Someone
what's
give me their
happening.
hat. Someone give me their hat so I can show this cat. I can't believe that you don't recognize I'm only being a supportive TV and knowing that you like watching the shows. And I'm like, let's watch what you like.
So what is the right answer? Like, you watch South Park and stuff like that, but that's not what you want to watch when you come home after work with me. Let's be real, be honest. And then we like to talk about what the characters are doing and why. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And why we get into the psychological motivations.
I'm
Yeah.
super done now. What do I never leave the house without?
Something to smoke, usually a lighter, although you lose those and steal everyone else's. Way too much cash, totally unnecessary. Backpack, you have to take that with you everywhere you go, or hide it even when it's in our own home when no one could ever get in.
Yeah. No, you're nailing it. This is hilarious because I just know where you're gonna go with this. What does my perfect day off look like?
I mean, there is no day off is the point.
She thinks that I work all the time.
When's the last time you had a day off?
We went to Bora Bora in January.
Almost a year ago.
If I did have a day off, what would it look like? What did we do in Bora Bora that day? How long did we walk on that gravel road?
An eternity because we ate mushrooms. Those mushrooms were very strong.
And-
So your day off would be us wandering around on mushrooms?
Yes, and then what did we see at night as soon as the system went down?
UFO. For real.
I know, I was there. How many albums do I have?
5. Working on the 6th, about to be released.
What's the name of the 6th album?
Born with Horns.
Is it good?
It's very good.
If I was an animal, what animal would I be? Hold on, hey, no, I got tricked into reading that question.
And do you remember how you wanted them to show the photo of me as April O'Neil on the trampoline? Let's cut to this photo. You're gonna do a split screen. You're gonna do a split screen. Get ready. You can literally Google any Machine Gun Kelly photo, and then if you also Google any Meerkat photo, and you split screen those.
Oh, I hate.
Okay, so this is like ribbing, like, oh, wow, you're so ugly. You look like a meerkat. What? How? Oh, they're both tall and skinny, so...
You cannot tell the difference. Do that right now. No one's ever looked more like an
What
animal.
animal does my personality remind you of?
Sometimes like a bunny rabbit because you're sensitive and like also frightened and like fragile. And then
That is so insulting. What is up with women, bro? And especially this bitch right here. Like, this guy's so tall, and she sees that, like, as a good thing. Oh, he's a bad boy, and then it's like, oh, you're my little bunny rabbit. What the fuck are... Like, what? What? And it's so weird, the duality of like, modern women where they're, like... You know, on one hand, they're like anti like man, right? They hate the men, they're feminist, and then on the other hand, they're like, oh, I want my 6'4" boyfriend, you know, with the you know, who's like a biker or he's like a gangster, he kills people, and then on the other hand, he has painted nails and piercings. Like, what the, like, stop, seriously, just respect his gender role. These bitches over here being like, oh, I need to domesticate this animal. Like, fuck you, honestly. Let the vanilla gorilla stand, bro. Jeez.
other times like you say dragon, but it's mythological. But I feel like that's not who comes out in the streets. That's not a dragon because dragons are very like regal and would be in control of they're wise. What's that person that comes out? Something like the Hulk, yeah.
Yeah, the Hulk. What's my sun sign?
Your sun is Taurus, your moon is Pisces, your rising is Gemini, you have a stellium of planets in Pisces, your sun is in the 12th house, which is the house that's ruled by Neptune, which is the ruler of Pisces. You're very Piscean and you're very Gemini.
What?
Very morose, and the mood
See, he's gonna pretend to care.
are very intense. But I know the whole chart.
Okay, well, obviously you win this game. We're gonna finish this out just for the people. What's my favorite place to visit?
Travis's studio. You've never gone on vacation. Your first vacation was with me.
What's my favorite show I've ever played?
See, they say, oh, you don't go on vacation, but this guy clearly does a ton of drugs. Like, does that not count? Like, I can't afford to go on shrooms. Like, this guy's like, oh, yeah, I'm working in the studio. It's like, yeah, you're fucking bitches. You're doing drugs. You're on alcohol. You clearly do not eat enough. And you're over here being like, man, I'm working so hard. Really? Like, if you are working so hard, you ought to be recording multiple songs a week. And I do not see multiple songs a week. In fact, I see maybe 20 songs a year, okay? So, like, get your fucking act together, you know? Maybe if you were off the drugs, you'd make a lot more music. So all this, like, oh, I'm in the studio. That's basically like saying, oh, I'm in my room. I'm doing homework. It's like, no, you're probably playing video games, okay? Be honest.
I don't know. I bet Red Rocks is one of them.
For sure.
One of your favorite venues.
For sure.
But I don't know like specific shows. There's been thousands.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Cleveland hometown stuff is a go-to for me. But yeah, I mean, the Red Rocks, like the last time I did Red Rocks, it was Juice WRLD opening and us closing. And I felt when I went on stage, I could feel my aunt's energy come down. And she was with me on that. She always dreamed that she could see me play there, but she passed before she could, so that was cool, like feeling her there that night. And that's the last question.
Did I f any up? I feel like I got them all.
I don't want to get
I feel like I got 99%.
Yeah, you got 99.
Is it high?
Yeah, I feel like I got 99 as well.
How many points did I get?
Baby, you get these many points.
I gave you so many bonus points.
I gave you a lot of bonus points as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
you were killing it.
Well, that was it, everyone. Clearly, he's completely exhausted from the experience. Thank you for watching. I hope you had fun.
Me too.
Do you want to tell the people what the doctor said?
Look, the doctor said every day Megan has to.
Okay, what? So that is that interview. Okay, guys. What'd you guys think? Again, I want your comments. If you don't comment, I will kill you. Psych. But I will say though is ultimately that was pretty annoying. I do not find their personalities intriguing in the slightest, especially Megan. You would think like, okay, she's pretty, she's hollow, and you know that's a stereotype of pretty girls. I think like virtually all of them are hollow and not very intelligent, which is fine because obviously they don't have to be. But that being said, when you take that with the duality of Machine Gun Kelly, who also is very hollow, I don't know. The shit they say together is like so boring. It is lacking of substance. I mean, it is like eating. They're the equivalent of like a patty from McDonald's, but literally just the meat itself. Okay, no bun, no cheese. This is it's like eating pecans that were dropped on the floor. I do not like this shit. Like technically edible, probably, but still, you know, Megan. Okay, you're hot, but you know you were better off 15 years ago in Transformers. Let's be honest. Machine Gun Kelly, you were never the best, and you're shitting your chance at being a pop rock star because of you dissing Slipknot, okay? And this is provoking me to stutter. Not stutter, but to mispronounce, and I hate that. So, and I feel dumber. I just feel dumber watching this. Normally, I'm very articulate. I'm very, like, you know, Ben Shapiro-like with the flow, right? And they're ruining it. I feel retarded. I feel like I'm a normie. I feel like this was not political enough for me to, like, engage my fifth gear here. I'm on neutral right now. I'm just coasting. I'm looking at shit. I'm like, okay, what else to react to? Because I just don't see this as a productive thing. I kind of thought, like, I'm going to get some good content out of this. You might have thought this was good content, but I just feel kind of embarrassed for watching this in public. This was thoroughly emasculating. And, again, the whole, like, aesthetic of, like, oh, I'm a tall Chad, but also I'm a little faggot with, like, painted nails. Like, what is this? And then, like, the dyed hair, bro. You're already blonde. What the fuck? Why make it look like ridiculous? And then, I mean, and you look worse than Megan. I'm gonna be honest here, and that's probably why you have to put in extra work putting in these 1,000 roses, because at least she looks like a normal bimbo, like a normal Hollywood celebrity. You look like seriously, what the fuck happened? And it's not, again, you're not 19, right? You're a 31-year-old. You have a kid. You have a 10-year-old kid. So at this point, you got to think, you know, I'm too old for this, and I don't know. MGK's delusional. I think he still thinks like he's 21, and I think that's really unfortunate because, again, the guy doesn't look like an old guy, but he also isn't young, and his face looks like definitely like on drugs, and he looks like he skips like every other meal. I feel like he looks like a guy who has not eaten breakfast in 2 years, if you know what I mean. The guy is underweight for sure, and it goes with the whole like famished anorexic crackhead look, and I just do not find that appealing. And I'm in general frustrated with the general state of GQ and all this bullshit of, you know, guys with painted nails. I might as well just make an anti-nail painting dissertation for the men because I think this is awfully bad. And a lot of people say, like, squats are satanic, you know, squats for women. I think you're retarded if you think that. I think, in fact, that what makes more sense is that guys painting their nails is a satanic psyop to make them more feminine. And I feel like the women that are attracted to that are enabling bad behavior from e-boys. This whole TikTok culture needs to be stopped in general, okay? So that is my reaction. Again, I implore you to comment down below what you think. The feedback is important because ultimately I need to know whether or not there is more of a subject matter to broach with this. I also have another topic that I'm thinking about well, in regards to in general MGK, because he has had some pretty bad statements in the past. Including but not limited to stuff he said about teenage girls. And I think he has a lot of... See, I find him more interesting than Megan because obviously I'm attracted to Megan, not him. But, like, at the same time, he has, like, a lot of bad history and a lot of baggage. A lot of it has to do with the Eminem stuff. But, like, beyond that, the stuff he says that he has not gotten canceled for is so weird. And, again, these people in the past that said, like, I'm gonna fuck these bitches, you know, something faggot this, faggot that, are all of a sudden being like, oh, this guy's so progressive, oh, MGK is such a softie. Like, what? Really? Do you not think he's just acting as a softie, or do you really think he's a libtard at this point? And again, not to say that he was ever conservative, but at the same time, the culture of, like, 10 years ago was more so like, I'm still a man, right? Like, I'm still like, within the two gender binary. I'm not gay and all that. Whereas now, these people are all fluid, and it is just really disturbing to see a 30-year-old man acting the way MGK does, and the stuff he says about girls, which I just think is very distasteful in general. And I will be talking about this if you guys comment down below whether or not you want to see those tweets from the past that are pretty bad. And I just need to talk about. I just want to talk about them. I think it'll be good content in general. Okay, so thank you.